Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be part 2 of the creative coloring series. In this book, Disney Princess Art of Coloring, 100 Images to Inspire Creativity and Relaxation. And I'm going to do as much as I can. In about a half an hour, I have to go pick up my daughter from school. But I thought, okay, I'll show you guys some of the stuff and we'll work on it a little bit, and then if I have to stop the video and then get on later when the kids are in bed to record more, I will. I'm hoping we can finish this page in this little video or this block, and then after we finish the page, we can either pick another one from this one, or we can go ahead and flip to the other book, because I know some other people have bought the other book because they're not really into Disney and would like to work in that book. So, but either way, we can do either way. But we will continue the page that we are doing in this book. So, let me just pull this stuff out. Okay, so after we were done with camera and everything, I went back to the dollar store, and they did have this yellow acrylic paint in the tubes, just like I had with the tempera paint that I did in the last video. And so I used it and went over a little bit with this goldish yellow color, because Cinderella's hair is kind of a yellow gold color, and I put like little dots where the flowers were a little bit, just to add a little more yellow in there, because I felt like it needed it. And like there were swirls in the background, I kind of colored in those just a little bit to pop out a little more of a texture. So that didn't take long. It was like maybe 10 minutes. So sorry if you wanted to see me do that. I just did it really, really fast and let it dry, and then I figured we could do what we're going to do with this one. So if you want to add yellow to your page and you have yellow paint or a yellow marker or something, you can go ahead and do that. So what I have pulled to kind of embellish this page, so to speak, is I have a couple coloring pages that I pulled. I pulled this one because I thought it had a great shoe. I'm not going to put both shoes on here. I'm just going to use this first shoe, and I'm going to color it on here, and then I'm going to put it right here on the bottom. And then this one was from the Vogue coloring book, and I got it at Book Outlet, and when it came, it was practically falling apart, and I only got it for $1, so it's pretty much I rip whatever I want out of it and just use it. And then I have this coloring page, and I thought this was actually kind of cool because it has some streaming pumpkins in it, like here. I'm thinking I will cut these out, and I want to kind of put streaming pumpkins over here somehow, and maybe I'll cut out little pieces here and there and make it work. So I want to paint my pumpkins gold. I'm thinking that would be best. Maybe, I guess I could color them orange, but like if I want to disguise this, if I do this as solid gold, then you can just cut here, and once you color over that, you won't be able to see that. So that way my pumpkins flow, and then I can go this way, and then I'll have the really pretty slipper. And yeah, and this page was out of Halloween Scapes, I think. It's a Dover coloring book. I had given it to my daughter, and she like went to town on all the pages, but this page she hadn't colored on yet, so I stripped it out of the book. But I'm sure if you do not have like coloring book images of things like that, you can go online and just Google coloring page of a shoe, coloring page of a pumpkin, any of that. Or you could hand draw your own shoes or hand draw your own pumpkins. So the possibilities are endless. But I thought, so since this is a double-sided book, I want to color base color my images before I put them on the page with alcohol marker, because I don't want it to bleed through on this paper. We'll stick our wax paper underneath our page here, and let's just, I'm going to actually set this aside for a minute while we color these, so if you guys don't mind. This is just a blotter page, and I am trying to decide if I want it to be a blue base or a gray base, because I'm going to build on top of it and making it more crystallized and stuff to give it the appearance of a glass slipper, but I definitely need to put some kind of base on it. And I'm thinking if I have a blue-gray, very, very light, yeah, like this will be perfect. I'm going to use blue-gray or BG01 of the Cali Art marker, and I think you can get this in the brush or the regular Cali Art marker. This is the old one, and I'm just going to base color this, and it doesn't matter if it's like in the lines or anything like that. If you don't have markers, you could use watercolors or whatever you want. I'm just creating base layer on here. I hope everyone is doing well. This marker's kind of running low. I can feel it. This is like a good marker color for clouds too. I'm going to be cutting this, so it doesn't matter if you go outside the lines. And I will go on this heel, even though later, after it's glued onto our picture, I'm going to use glitter nail polish on the heel. But we're just basically coloring a base layer on this shoe. There we go. So that will be our shoe. And I'm going to set that aside. And let's color some of these pumpkins. And I'm thinking I'm going to start off with just like a yellow, like a golden yellow color. What is this? That one looks pretty good. This is from the Studio 71 markers. This is a Y9 golden yellow. This is a brush and a chisel. These are actually really good markers if you are wondering about these markers. A budget-friendly chisel tip. I did notice they don't last very long, so just keep that in mind. I'm just, see how I'm going over that squash? I'm just going to color the pumpkins. I don't know if I'm going to use the ones with the cutoffs or not. I'm just coloring all of them so that I have options. Because I want them all to have base color. And we will be going over the top of them with either like gold gel pen, or maybe we could use some gold glitter, nail polish, or glitter paint. But with the base layer taken care of, we don't have to worry about that. color over that one. You could actually use these as a template, as a pumpkin, and you could go in your scrapbook paper and cut out pumpkins out of like gold scrapbook paper. But I'm trying to use as many coloring images as I can. Let's do this one as well. It's all about just having fun. And we have this pumpkin over here we could probably utilize too. I may not use all these pumpkins. I'm just giving myself the option that if I want to use all these pumpkins, I can use all these pumpkins. Make it shape like a pumpkin. There's this one too. Maybe I'll color this one. I'm going to kind of make it round on the bottom, doing the shape of the pumpkin. Then we'll cut them out. And if you don't have alcohol markers or anything, you could be using your Crayola markers to do this. This is really easy part. As I flip the markers. Alright, so now you guys get to see my expert cutting abilities, which is really not that good. I'm going to just kind of cut out these pumpkins. No, my trash can must be in the other room. It's okay. It's fine. That marker is still kind of wet. I can tell. And I think I'm going to save these butterflies, but I will use our shaper here. Now you get to see my really, really fancy way of cutting. I am going to cut as close as I can to the line for a crisp edge, but it's going to be tricky, especially on that heel. Since that heel is so skinny, I may actually make it a little thicker. This is definitely a sexy shoe. I would never be able to wear a shoe like this. So I'm cutting it a little bit wider, just because I'm not going to be able to glue that down if it's so narrow. It's going to constantly flip up on us. There we go. That sexy glass slipper. Alright, let's see if our pumpkins are kind of dry now. The fun part in doing all these type of pages is the aftermath of it. The whole decking it out, basically, to make it sparkle, and bringing in highlights and adding in details, and it's all about adding in the details, which is my favorite thing to do with any project is add in details. Actually, we could use these pumpkins to go off the shoe, because if you layer them just right, you won't be able to see these little things, if you see what I mean right here. We'll put them on our page, but it's all about positioning and layering. You could use, when we glue them down, you could use Mod Podge to glue down, like a matte Mod Podge. You could use a matte gel medium. You could use just a glue stick. You could use school glue, but be careful with school glue. That can end up being really messy. Put that there. I'm just kind of showing you right here how you could build off of this shoe with those raw edges. But we'll put them on our page and it will look good. I'm not a really good fussy cutter, so there's going to be a little bit of edging because I'm just not perfect. I'm using giant pair of scissors, but these scissors I only use for cutting stuff, so it shouldn't be a problem. Cutting paper, I should say. Now, if you want to do your pumpkins in pumpkin colors, that would be awesome too. I just want mine to look kind of fancy, so I'm going to make them gold. And then obviously the slipper will be kind of silvery to represent like the glass slipper. We have these pumpkins. So like that one ran off the page a little bit, but that's okay, because he could go there. We'll line them up on our page and see what we like the best. There are those. So we'll remove those. Set those markers somewhere. On our blotter page. Bring out our actual page we're going to be working on. And now is the time to play. So I am going to put my shoe over here because I think that is a good balance. And this pumpkin is the only whole pumpkin I have, which is right here. So I want to, the reason why I'm kind of placing things here and placing things here is because you want to create balance on your page. And I'm going to have words here, so they'll kind of be streaming down. So it'll be okay. And let's see what we got here. Let's see. I'm just playing like with positions here, not really gluing anything down. One, I'm kind of like on a teeter-totter type of effect. Tucking in the sharp edges. And this one is pretty much a whole guy, so I'm just kind of playing with it. I think I've got it. Think. Doesn't necessarily mean I do, but I think I got it. What do you guys think? So that part is going to be covered with, right here, we'll be covering it with, I'll be putting in extra lines and I'll make it more pumpkin looking, and then we'll be decking out our shoe. So the best way to glue this down, I think I'll just use a glue stick. And you want to build from the bottom up because they've been layered on top of each other, and the shoe is actually on top of everything. So this one would be first, then this one, then this one, then this one, then actually this one, this one, this one, and then this one. So I'm going to be building and building, and the position may change a little bit, but it's okay if they do change. I just keep thinking that there's a better way to hide that. I'm just still kind of playing. You can play with yours. And this one doesn't really belong. Maybe I won't use that one. Maybe I won't use this one. Maybe it's just too much. I keep thinking that I need to, but because I cut it, but the fact is, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. I think I'll just keep it a simple one, because I don't want her slipper too far into the corner. Yeah. So let's go ahead and build. I'll glue this down real fast. I'm going to press, actually, I'm going to move this up so you guys can see a little bit better because I was out of frame. I'm going to glue some of this down for you guys. Just fine. I'm just going to use my glue stick. Everyone's got a glue stick. Take my slipper. These guys are kind of on top. So that one is my top one. That one's my bottom one. Good place to start. And I'm sure it will look different after it's glued down, but it's fine. If you're a perfectionist and you feel you need to actually like trace where each one needs to go ahead and do that. But I'm kind of a whatever type of a concept. I just do whatever. And now I don't remember how this was positioned. So yeah, we'll just position it like that. And the glue didn't stick. Let's help it out a little bit. Okay. These guys for here. is a great way to use coloring pages that, or coloring books that you find like at the dollar store, because a lot of times they have images that you can use for this exact thing. Sticking. Come on. It wants to actually slide over this, but I am the boss of this paper, so I am going to make it go where I want it to go. We're going to turn that so that the sharp edges are down. Okay. And then our shoe is going to go like this. You could probably raise it up just a little. Yeah. Oh, we're sticking to my wax paper. Come on, shoe, release. It's okay. It will be okay. And I feel like it's not sticking very well right here, so I'm going to fold that. I am not going to let this come off my page. There we go. What's up, guys? In actuality, I feel like we still needed another pumpkin, but the buildup on that wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. I should have separated them more, but it's okay. It's fine. Gives me actually more room to write. I was planning for it to be more streamlined, but it tended not to be that way. And now that those are glued down, I can't really help this one. I could try to add him, but yeah, we'll just let that be. So, let's see here. We are at about a half an hour mark. Let me look at the time. It's not quite time to go get my daughter yet, so we're okay. I'm trying to decide what I want to do first, and maybe I will find some glitter nail polish to glitter out this shoe, and find something for our pumpkins to glitter those out a little bit. Hang on just a minute, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, I found this glitterific paint in my stash, and I think it would be perfect for this shoe. And then I found this nail polish in my stash. It's LA Colors. You get this from the dollar store, and it's kind of like a gold color, like goldy type of stuff. I thought we could use it on our pumpkins. I do want to go in and do some detail work on our pumpkins, but the shoe is pretty good as is, because I just mainly want to put this on. I am going to add a darker line work to this, to where I made it thicker here. And I think I'm just trying to find the right size. I'm going to use this one, the brush Micron, just to make this darker. Define this shoe just a little bit. If anything, it creates a shadow. And Micron pens don't bleed through, and they are waterproof, so it's not going to cause any kind of problems. Outlining it a little bit, which also makes it pop out of the page even more. I'm not perfect at outlining. Like, I can't draw a straight line to save my life, so it's not perfect. It's just, it's alright. Going right over these pumpkins. And probably outline these pumpkins a little bit too, just so that we have more of a crisp edge to the pumpkins. This also will help, since some of our pumpkins kind of had some squash next to them. We're going to go right over that squash. Just basically defining some of these lines for our picture. It's all about the details. Could go over every single line if you wanted to, if you had the time. I'm just kind of stuff. Just kind of blending it. Make it work. And with the pumpkins, I'll probably do some shading with a water-based marker, just a little bit. But I'm gonna deck out the shoe. Let me just see what time we have here. We're still okay. If I can open up this really thick paint. Let's get in here, stir it up. I am just going right out of the jar. And I'm going to just layer this baby. Might take a couple coats because it goes down really sparkly. You could use stickles if you wanted to, but I'm going to use something that's cheaper than stickles because I kind of save my stickles for other stuff because it's harder to get, and this is just easier to get, like from my Walmart. So use whatever it is that you have. My son is singing in his room. He's singing Hi Ho, the song off of sorry, I can't think. This needs some glue, I can tell. Might have to. The song off of Snow White. I did have more glitter nail polishes, but they were kind of freaking out on me. You know what, since that's kind of coming up, I'm going to just going to take a little bit of my Mod Podge sparkle, and I'm going to stick it under here and just make sure this stays down. Don't create a lump. Just go over that. Going over that whole thing with this Mod Podge sparkle. It's kind of creating a lump, and I don't want a lump in my paper. Mod Podge acts like a glue. Probably should have just put it down with Mod Podge, but it's fine. We'll make things work. I'm using my finger to smooth out the bumps that I'm getting, so at least I'm trying to make the bumps go away because I want it to lay as flat as I can on the paper Down here wasn't so bad. It was mainly just up here. I think I got it. I need to glitter that out a little bit more. Sorry guys. This is my messy process of glitterifying a page. Let's add more glitter to this shoe. Especially where I like rubbed all the glitter off. If that shoe isn't glittery enough for you, you could add glitter jumping, stickle it up. That's pretty glittery, guys. I don't know if you guys can even tell on camera, but that is, it's like coated with glitter. Can you see that? It's like really glittery. And just so we can have even more glitter fun, I will add some stickles to it. Just find the right color stickles. And I will stop the video so I can go pick up my daughter. I think I will use Glisten because it's not totally clear stickles, and yeah, stick a little more in there. I have like glitter all over my hands. Decking out the shoe. That is what we're doing. We're gonna add so much glitter to this, it'd be like, ah! Spread some. You can spread stickles too. Don't have to just. Maybe we'll use Sharpie metallics for the pumpkins, just so not everything is glitterified. I think our shoe is pretty decked out with glitter. Yeah, if you guys cannot tell that that has glitter all over it, yeah, it's glittered, definitely glittered. So I'm going to stop the video here. I have to go pick up my daughter, but I will come back and I will continue with the pumpkins, and then we'll put in the writing and it will all come together. Hi guys, I am back from picking up my daughter, so kids are home from school, but I decided let's just shade these pumpkins. I'm not sure if I want to really glitter them out like I did the shoe. Maybe I'll just glitter the stems. So I pulled this dark Cali art. This is a dark yellow. I'm thinking it won't bleed through because we have gesso on this page, then we had paint, and then it's on another piece of paper. So I think we'll be okay, but if not, I'm not too concerned about the page behind it. So yeah, let's just kind of shade these pumpkins. I'm gonna test this real quick. I didn't even test out this color, so yeah, this will be fine.
It's broken.
Uh-oh.
No, we can't get them at
So I'm just creating shadows on these pumpkins. With this brush marker. Shouldn't be too bad. Nothing too flashy, just basically giving these pumpkins some dimension. Nice thing about art journaling is it doesn't have to be perfect. Just have fun with it. It's good. It's all good. Definitely want to put it over the stem area. I mean, you could take your time and really go to town with shading and all that. But the whole point in art journaling is just to have fun and don't stress it. Just do your thing. Sorry, that's my son in the background. When he gets home from school, he's very, very vocal. If it's really bad, I'll do a voiceover, but I think it will be fine. Shadow underneath that one. These ones kind of join together. This one too. So it's very sketchy looking, but that's what I want. And then I was thinking we should add some like swirly, I don't know if they're like the stems or the swirly leaf things. I'm not adding leaves, I'm just gonna add the little, like, they go like this. Just a few. Just here and there. No real rhyme or reason. Maybe I'll put a couple on the pumpkins. Just a few curly cues, whatever you want to call them. And for the stems, I'm gonna take my I think I have a glitter. I don't want a gold. I want like a glittery one. And I'm thinking, I just purchased these. They were in my last haul, and I tested them out, and I really, really like them. So I'm going to use this glitter one that's in here, and I'm going to color it over the stem. So it creates a shimmer, but it doesn't cover over the stem. If you can see that. I really like these pens, so I'm gonna probably buy some more in the future. glitter out these stems. I could do them green, but that's okay. I'm trying to keep to my color palette. I notice when you're art journaling or coloring book pages, it really helps when you stick to a color palette and don't like go too crazy with a million different colors. Maybe we'll add a little bit to these little curlies that are out, just to give them a little bit of a shine. Side note, if you're going to use glitter gel pens, don't put Mod Podge on top of them because they will smear. Sorry, my daughter just screamed in the background. This is what happens when you have children. Maybe I'll even add a little bit. Okay, honey, I am trying to do this right now. Okay? So that is going to be all for the pumpkins. So if you can clearly see, that wasn't that difficult and I got it done fairly quickly. And I'm going to stop the video and then we'll do the wording here in just a minute. Hi guys, I'm back with you. So we finished our pumpkins and we finished our shoe. This is all dry now. This is all good to go. And I was thinking when I was doing the lettering, I'm really nervous on camera to freehand it, just because when you're working, I don't want my head right here, right in front of you. So I decided I would just use stencils. So I used this stencil and this stencil that I have. And instead of putting the stencils directly on this, I decided to do it on a piece of paper just to see if I would even like it. So this is what I did. A dream is a wish your heart makes, obviously. And I thought we could just add it on here. And it works. And then after I'm done gluing it on, I will outline it in black and maybe add some of these little curly cues, and then we'll be done. So I just wanted to turn on the camera so you guys could see. And this is just regular copy paper, so I didn't like do anything majorly special with that. I just figured, hey, it works. And since I have my Mod Podge Sparkle out, maybe I'll just Mod Podge it on instead of glue stick it on, because I want it to actually stick on the page, and I don't care if it goes outside this area. So I'm just gonna grab my a paintbrush, a larger paintbrush. Or actually, I could use matte gel medium so that it doesn't have extra sparkle. Maybe I'll do that. Just so you guys can see that you can use this to glue things down. So I'm going to put this directly on my paper. I could put it directly on the copy paper, but it might warp it, so I'm gonna put it on here. So I'm just applying a generous coat to where I know this is going to be. Just a little bit more down there, more up there, and just go over the edges. Don't really want to. I used a water-based marker to write these letters, so I don't want it to smear. Now, if I would have used the micron pen, I wouldn't have to worry about any kind of smearing. So I'm just trying to be careful not to go over any of the letters because I don't want smearing. But let that sit for a minute. So it's stuck on there like as if I used a glue stick. Just another way to glue it down on your paper. And I use the wet wipes just to clean off my brush real fast. I'm going to dry that real fast. That is all dry. You could leave it like that, or you can do what I'm going to do, and I'm going to outline this in black just so it pops off the page a little bit more. Are you playing with that?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking for that I will use, I'm going to just use a black Sharpie, I think, or actually I'll go with black Bic. I'm trying to be really careful. I didn't want to use the micron because I only have the brush one with me right now, and I'm better at drawing a line with a bullet tip than a brush tip. And since I use the matte gel medium, you should be able to go over it with marker. And this shouldn't bleed through because we have a lot of layers on this page. So hope you guys are enjoying this process, and I hope you guys are trying this in your books. Even if you don't have the Disney Princess one, you could still do something like this. You could even do like quotes that inspire you or something like that. Famous quotes that you know. Yeah, I messed up right there, so let me just kind of try to straighten it out a little bit. That looks good to me. And maybe I will add some of these little curly things up here too. Gotta color that one in a little bit. I did add one down here by the shoe on the bottom. Just pulling this gold gel pen. Can add some gold to this. Everything's better with gold or silver anything shiny. Alright, so I just added a little bit here and there. I could make these lines thicker, but I'm not going to stress about it too much. But that is pretty much our page, guys. And so now that we're pretty much complete, I am going to use an acrylic spray to spray over this entire thing. So I'm going to take this, cut it in half, because I want to protect this side. I'm going to put this one under our page. Maybe we'll turn it the other way. No, this will be fine. And you should be doing this like in a ventilated area or something if you're going to use acrylic sprays or anything like that. But I'm going to just do it on my desk so you guys can see, and it's fine. I have no kids in here, so they're in the family room. So this is the one I'm using. It's acrylic sealer gloss finish, fast drying, no yellowing, seals, protects for indoor and outdoor projects. And what I would suggest is make sure you get this covered, because it'll be hard to color something if this is on top. It's going to seal it, and then it'll protect the paint, and this shouldn't yellow over time. And the reason why I'm doing this instead of like coating the whole thing with Mod Podge is because if you take a brush to the words or any of the inks, it could smear, especially the gel pen. So that is why I prefer a spray. So I'm just going to spray it. There goes that, of course. And I'm going to spray it this way. Okay. So I went down this way and this way, and it's really strong smell like spray paint. And I'm going to let that air dry, but you can smell it. It's strong. So if you are going to get that, make sure you do it in a ventilated area. I have my back door open right next to my desk, so it's fine, and I have my ceiling fan on. But yeah, if you do that, make sure you do that. And then once it dries, this should be all sealed up, and the color should pop out even more because that was a gloss, so the whole thing will be glossy. And we can take these off now. So we're just kind of cleaning up our project here. Okay, if you want to air it out, you can. Okay, so the next question I have for you guys is, would you like to continue and do another page in this Disney Princess book, or would you like to move on and go into the other book? Please let me know in the comments, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I sure hope you guys do try this in your coloring books. It is really fun to kind of make it work with this, and in the other book that I have had lots of animals, so it would be really fun to make this kind of thing work with animals and buildings, or even create your own type of thing, like make it about you, so to speak, or something like that. It's basically what you want. Art journaling and creative coloring is very fun. Great way to use all those coloring books that are like from the dollar store. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Bye guys.